When we think of accessibility, we think of malls, schools, or vehicles. In the age of the World Wide Web, accessibility does not merely refer to physical spaces. For many internet users, information is one click away. Search engines display results in a matter of seconds or milliseconds. However, web accessibility is not mere internet access or fast connection. According to Web Accessibility Initiative International, web accessibility means that people with disabilities can use the web. It encompasses all disabilities, including visual, auditory, physical, speech, cognitive, and neurological disabilities.
Hindi ganun kalaki yung development ng accessibility sa Philippines.
Despite the increasing web accessibility initiatives in the country, only a few sites complied, and some don't even regularly maintain their websites.
Kino-convince pa rin namin na lagyan nyo ng mga ganitong features yung mga website nyo, gawin nyo namang medyo accessible tong content na to. We write to them, we contact them, we evaluate their websites, tapos nagsasuggest kami na ito naman gawin nyo para mas maging accessible.
As a matter of fact, a lot of the government sites are still inaccessible. In the list provided by the Philippine Web Accessibility Group, or PWAG, only a few has complied, including the National Council on Disability Affairs, the House of Representatives, the Department of Labor and Employment, the Cebu City Government, and recently, the Commissions on Elections or COMELEC.
May mga nag-respond, and may iba, automatic reply. Wala pa rin kami. So lang dahil lang siguro sa sistema sa government, pero siguro dahil hindi rin ganun kalaki yung budget na certain government na yun para magbayad ulit ng web developer.
Rene Orense is a resident evaluator in PWAG and instructor in the Adaptive Technology for Rehabilitation, Integration, and Empowerment of the Visually Impaired, or ADRIEV. He represents the perspective of a visually impaired user. He is partially blind and can hardly distinguish colors.
I think na lahat ng content sa internet, puro visual, di ba? Mga designs, mga colors. Pero pagdating kasi sa amin, pag binabasa namin sila using yung tool na ginagamit namin, text lang, plain text. Ganun lang halos.
Deaf users can access written content, but not audio-dependent content found in videos and podcasts. The visually impaired use assistive devices such as the screen reader for blind users and the magnifier for people with low vision.
Well, sa akin specifically, low vision ako, so I also use magnifier. And malaking role din sa akin ng accessibility. Actually, non-initiative pa lang siya. Manila Convention pa lang siya noon. And then, come 2004, nagsama-sama yung iba't ibang agencies ng government, tsaka mga private companies, tsaka mga NGOs.
PWAG evaluates Philippine sites and recommends improvements to make web content accessible to PWDs.
Bali, yun yung mga web developers na nagsama-sama para mag-advocate tsaka tumulong para spread yung awareness sa public about web accessibility.
As a signatory to the United Nations Convention on the Rights of PWDs, the Philippines created a joint circular on accessible website design guidelines.
Binase namin dun sa environment ng mga persons with disability, yung mga users dito sa atin.
Orense explains some of the basic web accessibility guidelines for the visually impaired users.
Halimbawa, yung iba, lumang computers, kailangan yung guideline nila sa website nila, at least kaya niyang mag-load kahit sa mabagal na computer. Since hindi naman sensitive sa color yung ibang persons with disability, kailangan yung siyang mag-blend ng colors na hindi naman masyadong saturated or pasado dun sa web accessibility guideline din. lastly, kailangan meron sila nung shortcut para dumiretso sa content, which most of the government website does not have. For example, ako, hindi ko naman nakikita yung website and I want to go straight to the content.
The skip to content link makes it easier for screen reader users to go directly to content without the screen reader reading everything on the window. The website must include a header menu containing links of the different categories in the website, so it would be easy for them to go directly to the section they're looking for. Use descriptive links instead of click here or read here so that the users will immediately know the content of your link. Include alternative text or alt text for photos. Normally, the screen reader will just read the file name of your image, but by including alt text, the blind user gets a short description of your photo. Julius Charles Serrano is one of the first few advocates of web accessibility in the Philippines. He now works as an accessibility specialist in Catalyst IT Limited in Wellington, New Zealand. He conducts web accessibility evaluation and organizes both local and international seminars.
Here are two of the best ways for you to ensure that persons who are deaf can still access your online content. You should provide captions and transcripts for your videos. So if you have a video in YouTube or any other online video sharing service, you should provide captions or transcripts for the spoken parts, for the dialogue, and for the sounds included in the audio of the video. You should provide transcripts for your audio content. This may include podcasts, audio interviews, or even online courses in your website. You can choose to include the transcript on the same page where you embed the audio content, or you can let the user download the transcripts along with the audio files that you're providing. If you provide captions and transcripts for your video or your audio, you can ensure that although persons who are deaf could not hear your content, they can still access, understand, and appreciate your information. And there's another bonus. If your website has captions and transcripts for video and audio, search engines are gonna love your website. This is because a page that contains text along with video and audio has a higher chance of getting a better search engine ranking.
Hindi naman talaga kasi lahat ng guidance na nandun sa WCAG International pwede nating gawin lahat. Kung gagawin natin isa lahat yun, sobrang restricted na ng website, sobrang accessible, na hindi na naman sila magkakaroon ng freedom na gawin yung mga designs, animations nila. We still encourage them to, of course, be creative. Pero as much as possible, may accessibility feature din yung website.
This has been Trina Enriquez reporting on web accessibility in the Philippines.